I think that the main reason is that we designed the program together. Some 15 years ago, these three institutions, so the University of Turin from the academic side, the WIPO and the ITC, ILO, came together designing a program which was specifically crafted for people coming from very different places on Earth, living together for a little time in Turin after and before the distance learning phase, which is something that is done on a more personal scale, because people will be alone and in their countries afterwards. Knowledge that we get from the WIPO officials, because you know, we are an academic institution, so basically we are professors that have a certain view on what happens in the IP field. So we really need to have people from WIPO who has a close look on what is going on in international organizations that are making the intellectual property treaties. So this is one thing. The other could be, I think, the outreach. So look, this year we have 37 participants from 31 different countries, and this is more or less what happens every year. I think there's no other LLM in the world dealing with IP with such a diverse class, and so I would say this is very enriching for the participants, because they don't just learn IP, they also learn to talk to each other and to understand each other, even if they come from very different backgrounds. And this is so because there's WIPO doing the program with us. But I can tell you that we have more than 400 alumni out there doing their careers in the private sector, sometimes in the public institutions. So, well, we have some professors that come from this program. We have, I think, the director of one regional organization dealing with intellectual property. So sometimes they are head of the national IP offices, so there are many successful stories, and which make us very proud of what we've been doing in the past 17 years. I would say that I'm very happy of the collaboration that we are having with the WIPO Academy and the other institutions. I expect to keep collaborating the way we've done in the past, which is bringing in different contributions which are very important to train people, not just to know a lot about intellectual property, but to know how to research in intellectual property and how to think about intellectual property, to talk about intellectual property, understanding each other in a situation which, as I said before, is very complex because of the different backgrounds, which is an enriching feature, which is possible just because WIPO is in the mix. And so this is my expectation for the future, my hope that we keep working this way, having people that come out of the program with an open mind, which will help them develop new rules, I think, new practices in the IP field, which are, let's say, beneficial, not just for the right holders alone, which are very important, but also for the general, I would say, IP movement, IP system. Well, we had evaluation, which took place, 1 hour ago, and I can say that the students were happy. I am particularly happy because they took advantage of the time here. They had meetings with many WIPO officials who helped them a lot finding materials for the research papers, but also to understand what is not in the books. Sometimes it is not in the reports that they can read. So this is, as always, a very important feature of the program, having the students here, keeping in touch with the officials and talking about what is going on.